The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. We welcome you to Noche NBA here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Phoenix Suns. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Doncic.
And it seems like they've lost a little bit of confidence in him this past month. They're calling fewer plays for him, letting other guys take on more of the scoring load, and you can see it in his usage percentage.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Curry. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the three, the small forward.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era. Hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Porzingis. To the right side. Here's Finney-Smith. Connects from three-point range. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP. 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Curry with it. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic with it. And the dunk by Doncic.
Oh, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Now here's Booker. 32 points for him last game against Portland.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Clock at 6. That one wide left.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Suns still looking like they're getting going here. 7-point differential. And there's the pass to Ayton. In the corner, it's Bridges. He dishes it to Booker. And they get it. Phoenix, no good that time either. For Dallas, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Pass to Porzingis. Booker against Doncic. Passes to Cauley Stein. And here is Curry, who provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Curry finds Porzingis. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic outside. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. 5 to shoot.
See, that's the defense you get with Rubio. At 6'4", with a really high basketball IQ, he finds a way to bother shots.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Doncic feeling it out. Goes up to the stripe, and he nails the jumper.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns, trailing by 4. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Here's Finney-Smith. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Bridges with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Booker. Good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Finney-Smith. The pass to Doncic. A fader. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Suns trail by 3. Booker outside. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Misses the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Sharch finds Ayton. Here's Booker. Here's Rubio, guarded by Doncic. Back to Booker. Pass to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Dallas leading by 3. Doncic, bounce pass. Bucket is good.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Sharch looking around. He kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Booker. Fires for 3. His shot is good. Scores his 3rd basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Now here's Porzingis. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Denver. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Porzingis block. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Bridges. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
on the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Wright in for Curry. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ayton. Sheck Diallo comes in for Saric. Johnson, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 2. There's the dish to Booker. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Now, Wright. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And that one is good. 10 points for Luka Doncic.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
2 on the clock, and here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Booker against Wright. Pass to Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
That free throw good from Doncic. Mark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Okobo, no good with the triple. The Mavericks leading. A wide open look here for Wright. They get it again. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
Now here's Johnson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Okobo. Now here's Diallo. The Suns need to get a shot off. Shot's good by Baines.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now here's Hardaway. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver. Doncic finds Porzingis. Hardaway trying to free himself up. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic.
Porzingis doing a nice job using his mobility and size to bully the defense there.
Johnson surveying the floor. Carter outside. Now the pass to Baines. Now here's Johnson. Here's Okobo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Drains it from beyond the arc.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Diallo. 1:05 left here in the opening quarter. Kicks it to Johnson. Carter outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Doncic against Carter. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Here's a Kobo. The Mavericks making the shot. Back to Carter. The three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Stolen by Carter. Out to the wing. Here's a Kobo. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Our Kobo's got 5 now.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
From deep. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We come back right after this. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. White is out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now here is Hardaway. Pass to Wright. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Off target with his 3. The Suns leading. Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Basket good. Hardaway has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Mavs. Here is Carter. Pass to Diallo. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's a Kobo. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it's sent back by Carter. And he recovers it. And they get it back. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Here's Baines. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Diallo. It's deflected. To the paint. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He got some power to his game, too.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Clark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They can play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
might got standing so tall, I think I might got stiff. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 and ballin', 4 wheels. Up against the wall, got 5 hands. Like the boss asked me how I feel. Successful street, touching in first meals. All my life, grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle pay the price. One slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle pay the price. One slice.
A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Curry subbed in for Wright. And the Suns here with a different look. Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Saric comes in for Shaq Diallo. Mikal Bridges checked in for Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Now, here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Can't cash in from the high post.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. And the pass to Barea. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Rubio. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Bridges. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Booker.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Now, here's Ayton. He had 22 points in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland. Booker with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Can they get it?
You look at Porzingis, guys, and I like his versatility, especially on the defensive end where he can guard multiple positions.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
That one misses from Saric.
And, you know, really, Saric's skills are tailor-made for today's NBA. He's a big guy who does a little bit of everything at both ends, and he's a laser from that three-point line.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. Passes it to Curry. No good on the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Bridges passes to Saric. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
That free throw missing. You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans, much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base, those fans will be around for a while, giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Barea against Rubio. Barea dishes to Cauley-Stein. It's blocked. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And this is exactly something Rubio did in Europe. Agile, in the open floor, able to generate points because of it.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. It doesn't go for him. So Phoenix will take it the other way. The feed now to Saric. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Saric nails them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Barea. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot to stop the run. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Now Curry, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Barea with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Stolen by Rubio. Sweet little floater. Rubio's got the lead up to 4 now for Phoenix.
How about the quick hands from Rubio? And then right into transition.
Outside Curry. Back to Barea. With the floater. Launches a 3. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second. A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Dallas calls timeout. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind.
A chance here to quickly focus on shooting guards around the NBA and see who the top assist men have been since the All-Star break. Devin Booker third.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
Doncic is checked in for J.J. Barea. Booker outside. The pass to Saric. Rubio outside. Clock at 6. Back to Bridges. Here's Ayton, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
For Phoenix, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And he's good on the second.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. And scouts were right about his ability to manage the game.
Here's Finney-Smith. Tipped away. Bridges with the steal. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
You kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number and he knows it.
Some of the stats for Ricky Rubio. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Now here's Šorić. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. He dishes it to Bridges. Drills the three-pointer. Bridges has got 13.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Now, here's Rubio, following the miss by Porzingis. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Rubio in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Wants to get it to Booker and does.
well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Pass to Curry. Outside, Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Back to Curry. Over Rubio. Dallas again missing.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Count it. Good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 12. Over Saric. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Bridges. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Curry passes to Porzingis. And stolen by Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got 6 in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 10. Curry with it. Now guarded by Booker. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good on the triple. Doncic has got 15 points.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And the Suns call time here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for Curry. There's 1:38 left to play here in the half. Rubio against Doncic. And it goes down 2 points. That's 7 points for Ricky Rubio.
They're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Pass to Baines. 1:03 left in the first half. From 13, jump shot is good that time.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Wright. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And they've gotten away from the inside game this quarter. It was working well for them in the first. They should get back to that game plan. Work it inside and punish the D down low.
Carter, he's checked in for Phoenix. That free throw good from Doncic. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
3 on the clock. Here's Diallo. And that one hits back iron.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Here's Kleba. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just 1 season, I think it's been remarkable.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. 12 seconds left here in the second. Here's a Kobo. From deep three-point range, and it's right, sending it back. And so it's the Phoenix Suns out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still 1 half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 21 points and 1 steal. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
As we know, Devin Booker's a complete scorer. Equally adept off the dribble and off the catch and shoot. Obviously, he has the range. But just when you overplay him, that's when he gets to the rim.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the small forward spot. Finney-Smith kicks to Curry. Doncic against Bridges. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And the dunk by Booker.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now here's Porzingis. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. It's hauled in by the Suns. 22 is their biggest lead. And here is Bridges. Saric dishes to Rubio. And Cauley Stein over to help. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Yes, that goes in. That's 7 points for Dario Saric.
I think the offensive game of Saric is really good and continues to evolve. Encouraging to see him be aggressive inside.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Porzingis comes with the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
That's a jump ball.
And Phoenix has possession. Sharch finds Rubio. Porzingis comes with the double team. Oh, Ayton in position. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's in there. Doncic has got 20.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Cloak loose. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Suns ball.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see who's led the league in blocks in the second half of the season. 5th, Porzingis.
He's been protecting the rim as well as anybody in the league during that stretch. I mean, he is not making it easy to take the ball inside.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 7. Shot clock at 6. And here's Booker from the arc. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Finney-Smith from outside off the mark.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Phoenix, no good that time either. Mavericks trailed by 19. Takes it from 10. Curry, good.
And you know what? Sometimes you just can't stop Seth Curry. This guy is a solid scorer and a crafty one-on-one player.
Booker looking around. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
For Phoenix, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. Free throw good, Booker. Here's Doncic. 20 points for him. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Curry is inside. He's guarded by Booker. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. J.J. Barea is checked in for Dallas. Six on the shot clock. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. We take a look at the Mavericks. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And checking out Phoenix. Down 4 spots from them.
And I think with Phoenix, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon. Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas again missing. Suns leading by 22. Booker outside. Charge inside. Cauley-Stein defending. Booker against Curry. The offensive rebound. Porzingis with the block. Now Barea. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the pass to Curry. And here's Porzingis. He kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Here's Curry. No good that time. Good D by Booker. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Now here's Barea. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Booker. Porzingis with the block. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. And then for Phoenix, Aaron Baines. He's checked in for Saric. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Carter outside. On the wing, Booker over Porzingis. Here's Baines. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
First free throw is good. A different look for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for Seth Curry. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Wright, the pass to Hardaway. Kleba kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Wright. They need this one. Got a hand on it. Carter with it. Passes it to Ayton. Johnson outside. Six to shoot. Here's Carter. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
And the shot goes down.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And the Mavericks call time here. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game. The numbers for Porzingis. The past month has been surreal, averaging about 22 points per, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he's such a big presence for them on the inside.
Yeah, whether it's sending shots back airmail or cleaning the glass, he's the total package.
Pass to Kleba. Right outside.
And they've fallen completely out of sync here offensively. I'm not seeing nearly the same movement or flow that we saw in that first half.
Now here is Carter. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Baines, guarded by Wright. The pass to Ayton. Clock at 4, over Porzingis. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Carter. Ayton's got 5 points so far. Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Kleba. Bounce pass, Porzingis. Right down low. Working on Booker. Kleba. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Carter looking around. Passes it to Baines. Suns moving the ball around. Carter against Barea. Carter with the bucket. Carter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Barea finds Porzingis. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Carter. The Suns have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Pass to Johnson. Now Ayton. And there's the pass to Carter. Baines inside. No good. Shot missing. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hardaway with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
To the left wing. Pass to Barea. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
It's hard to know what Barea is going to do in the pick and roll. I mean, he keeps the defense off balance, and not only is he an excellent passer, but he's a very good shooter out of the pick and roll, too.
Here's Baines. Feeds it to Booker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half. And the Mavericks with possession here. Barea, the pass to Porzingis. Carter against Barea. In the corner, it's Kleba. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Barea kicks to Kleba. Outside Hardaway. Passes to Barea. Second shot opportunity, and Porzingis with the way in. Porzingis has got 12 in the game.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, this guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
Carter dishes to Johnson. Ayton in the high post. He's got 7. To the wing on the left. Pass to Carter. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Johnson outside. There's the pass to Baines. Goes back up. Kleba with the rebound. Mavericks shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Hardaway against Johnson. Hardaway passes to Wright. Lays it up off the glass.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. It's Carter, high post. He has 5, and the shot is good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here is Barea. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. They get the rebound. Second chance shot rejected by Booker. And so it's Phoenix out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. And let's take this chance to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Lee out there with Doncic. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now, here's Doncic. Puts one up from 19. That's a miss. His 5th, 8 made field goals.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Jackson goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Okobo looking over the floor. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Baines with the block, and he gets it back. No good from Lee. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. And the dunk by Booker.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, Greg, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
And here are the Mavericks now, following the score by Phoenix. Lee outside. Doncic outside. From deep three-point range, that shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Shot good by Diallo.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Suns have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Booker, and the shot goes in. Booker's got 13 points in the second half.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Jackson finds Lee. Outside for Jackson. Let's go. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Boy, that's great awareness by Courtney Lee. Excellent at recognizing when his guys are wide open.
Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things. Incidents on the floor or off the floor.
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense, I think, having different categories. But I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Here's Jerome. Akobo, the pass to Diallo. LaQ, covered by Lee. Shot clock at 5. Back to Diallo. Over Lee. Off the left rim and out.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Passes it to Doncic. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Jerome. Saric in the corner. Over Doncic. Here's Diallo. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now, here's Doncic. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Mavericks ball.
Marjanovic passes to Kid Gilchrist. Lee kicks to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 22 points.
Doncic is able to blow by opponents and make them pay. Even though he's not the greatest athlete, he's sneaky quick.
Here's Akobo. Tries a 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact, Clark, when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
And that one misses. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on a championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
The Suns have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
LaQ.
Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Jackson looking it over. He feeds it to Doncic. Phoenix grabs the miss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here's Marjanovic. And here is Lee. Clock at 6. Marjanovic down low. He's guarded by Diallo. Marjanovic, no good. Here's Sharp. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Now here's Jackson. The pass to Kid Gilchrist. Shoots a fader. Phoenix grabs the miss. Jarge has got 5 rebounds tonight. LaQ. And that one, good. Now Lee.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Marjanovic. Jackson kicks to Lee. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And Lee with the stuff.
Can't forget about Lee's athleticism. This guy is a slasher, and he knows when to pick and choose his spots to probe the defense.
Passes it to Okobo. Now here's Diallo. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. LaQ, guarded by Marjanovic. Tries again. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Lee outside. Pass to Marjanovic. That shot, no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Out left to the wing. Sharge passes to Okobo. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
LaQ. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Outside Jackson. The pass to Marjanovic. Count it.
Your heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight.
The Suns making a switch here. Free throw drops from Marjanovic. Shards with it. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bridges. But for a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Here is Barea after the basket by Dario Saric. Barea looking for an opening. Marjanovic kicks to Barea. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Over Saric. Dallas, no good that time either. Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Phoenix.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Devin Booker.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
That one is off.
J.J. Barea has speed to burn. I mean, he's shifty, he's quick, and because of that, he's extremely valuable as a decision maker and scorer. Great competitor.
And Phoenix making a change here. Johnson's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just 1 miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Here's Jerome. Johnson outside. Here's Baines. Back to Bridges. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Lee kicks to Barea. Marjanovic down low. Baines is there. Marjanovic, no good. Here's Bridges. So it's the Suns winning easily here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.